looking to go in the pocket.
Well, he made the ball change. I don't think he anticipated the ball hooking that much. Should have moved further right with his feet. Again, leaving himself the real difficult 2-4-7-9.
19-pin lead now for Mika, who works on a double. Patrick telling us last night, hey, at 148, the last guy to qualify. I don't think there was any way he was going to make it. Went back to the hotel. Mentally getting ready for the next Reno stop, and there's an open frame. So mental breakdown, unfortunately, there for Patrick Allen. Just like that, he is down 34 pins. First match from the Masters continues. On the majors, because he is Major Mika after all. 2 of his 3 titles would come in these major events. He said, not really. It's any tournament to him. Of course, past success must reflect on real potential as he goes for his second Masters title here today. Didn't like that right off the release, and it came in way high, almost crossing over for a Brooklyn strike attempt. You saw the disgust upon the release.
Well, unlike in Windsor Locks, the condition we bowled on there where that ball would have had a chance to hold line to the pocket, here at the Masters, that had no chance. Left out of his hand immediately, and guess what? A lot of the guys that advanced along in match play this week, that ball would actually cross over and go Brooklyn.
Great look from our crew from down lane at Mika Koivuniemi, finishing up on that mark. 32-pin lead now. 6 frames for Mika, 6 for PA Patrick Allen. And you see the max scores. After his first 2, great start for Mika, and then the last 6, things dropped a bit. We saw his recap prior to the interview with Holly Rowe. Actually lost to fellow Finn, the amateur. Before coming back to defeat him and get this far. Good look at the loft again, lane level. And he leaves the 7th.
Well, that was a good shot there, but Mika's doing what he needs to do at this point. He's ahead in the match by 31 pins, 32 pins. I'm sorry, 31. He's ahead in the match. He needs to just fill frames, meaning stay clean, strikes and spares.
We asked Mika last night, Randy, about the format. Does he like it? And as you mentioned, he's a grinded-out type bowler. This is a grinded-out type match for him.
But I agree totally. Let's take a look at Patrick Allen, what he's done on the right lane. First shot of the match, kind of sticks a little bit. That's the only ball you hit the pocket with there. This ball's definitely inside of target. Look what happens, right through the nose. This ball outside of target down the lane. It just wiggles and never gets back. Right lane, left lane comparison, no strikes through 6 frames for Patrick Allen.
That's got to change in a hurry. There's a solid 7-pin. As he needs a rally right now. And he knows he's in trouble.
Like anymore?
Well, what he means by that, plaque anymore, is that the ball's hitting rather weakly. And right now, poor PA is struggling to get to the pocket. Mika in command of this match, down 31, and still looking for his first strike.
Patrick has the exempt status already after winning in Philadelphia. He told us prior to that he just wasn't sleeping well, knowing there's a possibility that he wouldn't have a job next year. Still is not behind the format 100%, despite the fact he's in. But now he's got really nothing to worry about in addition to winning in Philadelphia in November of this year. Average leader and second in points overall. Has had a great season.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting when Holly Rowe asked him, well, like, if you win this tournament, you get another year of sleep? He goes, yeah, pretty much.
Says he used to sleep a lot when he was younger. But now he's lost some with the pressure of the PBA Tour. And again, 1 pin standing.
Well, I feel for you, PA. It's no fun being on national television with no ball reaction, and unfortunately, we've seen this all too often, especially on the left side of the lane this year. But considering where he was with 5 games to go of qualifying and making the cut and getting this far, I think all of this today is bonus for Patrick Allen.
So close to not making it all. And the Bullets will stay here for the next PBA event coming up later this week. And today, ESPN's live coverage, X Games 8 continues immediately following today's bowling coverage. Catch the ski slopestyle competition and Moto Best quick final at 9 Eastern tonight. Don't miss the men's Superboard Super Pipe Preliminary and the Snowcross Final. Winter X Games 8 live from Aspen, Colorado today on ESPN. Live coverage. That's all coming up. 32-pin advantage. Wants that to carry. Latte asking it to carry in finish.
And boy, did it in any language. Watch the action of the head pin. Oh my, that was a real fast bird dog. Mika runs it out. He goes, come on now, carry. Oh yeah.
Latte Newt means carry now. And it did.
And it did.
Upon command.
This is daddy lockups right here. A strike here. Patrick Allen finishes 5th. Is this guy any good or what? I think Mika means real good in finish.
With all that pressure, Mika Koivuniemi comes through again. Daughter Ida and little Lydia, along with his wife Lena, are watching closely in Ann Arbor, but no one else is allowed in the house apparently. They're superstitious. The phone rings, no one answers it. Not when Dad is on TV.
Well, they unplug the phone. They go in the lockdown for an hour and a half. Well, 2 hours today, 2-hour telecast. But... All right, PA, good week. I practiced next to PA last week in Medford.
Bomb today.
We were working on our games. Of course, I'm always working on my game. And PA was fighting, turning it early in the downswing, and obviously,
you decide.
He corrected that problem that he had last week, and a great showing this week here in the Masters.
Got to be ecstatic with the way the week ended up, though, considering how things started. He was dead certain he was done.
Jeez.
Sometimes that happens. And we've seen it happen to some of the best lefties on TV, too, in the last couple of years.
Oh, I've seen it in my 22 years on tour. I've seen it happen to the best players in the world. Come on, PA. Yeah, his only strike.
Finally got one. The sarcastic celebration for Patrick Allen.
Wait a minute, I think there are only 9 pins in the rack. Oh, okay, we'll give him 10.
Wow. Jeez.
Still a great week for the man ranked 15th in the PBA Tour and the points list a year ago. He's right up top, as we mentioned. At the very least, as Mika wraps it up.
Can't be a rival for you if I never beat you, bro.
They've had some interesting matchups head-to-head, including Windsor Locks, the title match we mentioned the same day. Mika at the 300. Mika beat PA 259-237 in that final match. So that'll do it for PA, but he can build on this for the Reno event, which comes up in a couple days.
Again, you know, he worked that swing flaw he had, worked that out in Medford, came into this week. A little shaky at the start, fought his way to match play, and then once he got to match play, really did some great stuff. Beating Ryan Schaefer in his first match. I bowled right next to him in my first match. And again, you know, he takes this with him to the next week. And guess what? Next week, we're bowling in the same building.
The question is a grinded-out type match going to win at the next level on the step-ladder format for Mika? Does he have to pick it up?
It's a good question. DJ Archer's going to play the lanes completely different. It's just going to depend on what kind of shot DJ Archer has and how he can handle the nerves on TV for the first time.
So as we mentioned with those stats earlier in this match, great start to the week for Mika. Then he trailed off a bit. Starts solidly, but not in a spectacular fashion, certainly against Patrick Allen. Got the job done. But DJ Archer, as Randy mentioned, first TV appearance ever for him. He's just got to be nervous. That's next up for Mika Koivuniemi in the step-ladder format. 214-173 is the final in this match. When we come back, we'll hear from Patrick